Hi, my name is John Denzel Washington. I am the founder and CEO of JD Snapshot. Today we're here to talk about the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card project. We are truly lighting the path to a new way of financing business projects. JD Snapshot is a full service marketing agency. We have it split down into various different departments, from marketing, which handles all your digital marketing needs, media, which handles, videography, photography, as well as audio engineering for things like podcasts, development, which goes over your websites, your mobile app development, as well as platform development. We also have our publication side, which goes through, your copywriting tasks, books, as well as your physical print needs, from business cards to proposals to flyers, the whole nine. Then we also have our consulting as well as educational side. So, with that being said, like I said, we're going to go ahead and hop into the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card project because this is something that we have designed to curate towards the market because we've seen quite a few different shifts within the business market, and this is our answer to those shifts. So let's go ahead and hop in. With the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the business industry saw a lot. We had to reposition how we did business. We saw, more traditional methods get questioned and traditionally fall. We've seen brick and mortars go towards e-commerce. We've seen, businesses that really, was challenged during this pandemic. Therefore, with that, a lot had to change. A lot has been repositioned. The traditional methods are not as effective as they were once before in this new digital age and, this new social distance age. So with that, the financial industry is one industry that, is very traditional, and it has stayed in that same realm for a very long time. As far as business solutions, all we've seen up until this point are, in-house credit card lines of credit in solutions. We've seen, pretty much the business industries mostly predicated upon loans, whether that's government loans, private loans, or, at various different types of small grants that will come through, corporations as well as, minority business, associations. So, but outside of that, there's not much capital out there for startup companies. There's not much capital out there for, existing companies that are, just trying to, get a grasp of things. So that is what JD Snapshot is looking to do. We're looking to modernize as well as create a revolutionary answer to the problem that we're currently seeing within the business market. As it stands currently, 78% of small businesses reported using social media to promote their business back in 2019. Now, this number comes in a compilation between social media marketing, which is more of your social media post and organic reach, as well as social media advertising, which is, kind of a pay-to-play method, creating ads and promoting posts, and you're trading your funds to get into a specific targeted market. And like I said, this is the era of where, the marketing industry and the advertising industry has gone, opposed to the more traditional methods that we used to use in the past. So with this, with this new pay-to-play method, you really have to put a budget aside in order to be able to market your business and grow your business the way that it should be grown. Just due to, the way that life and marketing has gone. Because with this new social distancing, how do you reach people from their bedroom? Because right now, billboards, flyers, things of that nature, it's not really as effective as it was, years past. Due to the fact of the climate of the culture of today. And right now, due to a lot of uncertainty, it seems as if we're going to stay this way for a while, and this is going to be the new standard. This is the new standard. So this is something that we definitely need to adapt to. So, like I said, with these statistics here looking in front of us, if we're at 78% at the end of 2019, where are we going to be right here, right now, at the end of 2020? Looking into the future, we're going to be getting closer and closer to 100% from, this point on out, with keeping things more digital opposed to, its more physical and traditional, counterparts. Here at JD Snapshot, what we value is honesty and transparency, reliability and responsibility, and discipline and perseverance, because these are the things that, we value at our core to not only our business, but to put into every single project that we take up on. Because when we look for projects and we look for businesses and brands to work with, we don't look for, one-time projects. We look for relationships. We look for, businesses and brands that we could, stick with for the lifetime of that business and the lifetime of that brand. Because, those are the relationships that tend to, really, resonate with us and resonate with our core values. Because when you get those relationships, those are the ones that you hold tight. And we would rather keep that family-oriented relationship with every one of our, business partners and, like I said, brands. Because at the end of the day, we want to be as open and transparent with you as possible. We're going to tell you, hey, this is the direction that we feel you should go in. And we're going to tell you that, what are you looking to do? And how can we get you there? And we're going to tell you how long it's going to be, the best process to use. Like I said, we're not looking to, look for our own capital gain. We're looking for your capital gain. We're looking to grow our businesses and our brands that we work with. And when it comes to the world of growth, that's a long-term relationship. That's not something that, you start today and you're done tomorrow. Like I said, growth takes time. So these are the relationships that we look for within JD Snapshot. The core of JD Snapshot, man, that actually starts with myself. JD Snapshot originally started with myself, just as a freelancer. I started back in 2008 in the media world. I was a video director and editor. I was also in the world of DVD distribution, which then carried over into photography, graphic design. I learned web development during that time, as well as I went into the world of audio engineering. With that experience, I carried that over into my professional career, even my educational career, where I went off to Penn State University and got my bachelor's of science in business management and marketing. Later on, went off to Southern New Hampshire University to get my master's of science in marketing with a concentration into digital marketing. But with that, like I said, I honed and, gathered a lot of skills during that time, as well as, I came on and hired on a team of very talented individuals, as well as some business partnerships that, allowed JD Snapshot to grow to what it is today as a full service agency. Because as, you see here on the screen, we are consistently looking to innovate, like I said, along with our years of experience, as well as to provide value to every single business and brand that we work with. So like I said, this is who JD Snapshot is at its core. Because, if you don't have a strong core, then, what are you really working with and what are you working for? So like I said, at our core, this is who we are here at JD Snapshot. The people that we typically work with here at JD Snapshot are serial entrepreneurs, social media brands, as well as startup companies. These are the people that find our services most valuable because, the amount of services that we do offer, we are a strategic agency that allows, serial entrepreneurs as well as brands and startup companies to take advantage of multiple different services and really get their brands as well as their companies, positioned in the right markets, in various different aspects all at one time. We can work on multiple different projects at once to, do a massive launch as well as do a staged progression over, a lot of period of time to really get, your brand and your businesses where you want them to be. So like I said, these are the typical, clients of ours, like I said, serial entrepreneurs, social media brands, as well as startup companies. Some of the top services that people come to us for traditionally start with social media advertising. And that's, advertising your business through various different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest. There's a multitude of platforms that you can advertise on, like Snapchat, like I said. So these are just some of the things that, people traditionally come to us for. Content, strategy, how to position, what you're doing to gain the most traffic that, you actually need. Various things like blogs, as well as, various different YouTube strategies in order to grow your brand. So, a lot of people also come to us for social media marketing, which is very similar to content strategies but that's looking for more of an organic reach, as well as positioning various different social media platforms for their intended use. And not just replicating, generalized posts amongst all your social media platforms. So then also too, customer relations managers. So that's setting up a CRM for the back office of a business. So that's handling, the direct funnel as well as your sales funnel. So like I said, these are various different things that every company needs that a lot of companies, tend to lack. So like I said, CRM setup and management is something that we definitely see, people coming to us for, as well as web and app design and development. Right now, everyone needs a website because, with this new digital wave since COVID-19 and quarantine has, put us in this position where brick and mortar is, a slower foot traffic. Like I said, it's important to have a website. It's important to have, your e-commerce set up where, people can buy from you online. People can buy your product and buy your service. So he says, so these are some things that we see, a lot of here, as well as, like I said, app development. Because, with the world of app development, you're allowing, yourself to control your own algorithm opposed to someone else. You're not allowing Facebook or Instagram to control your algorithm. You're, contacting your community right there, boom, by one push notification. So like I said, those are some of the things, as well as your reporting. These are the most important things to a business, having proper reporting set up so that you always know what's going on. If there's something that you see is falling, you can quickly address that if you have your consistent reports for social media and your consistent reports for your website and your app, showing like, okay, hey, the engagement's going down, and we can see what we did that week that engagement went down. So like I said, so that, those analytics and reporting is vital to all businesses. And like I said, these are some of the things that, we see here at JD Snapshot that customers consistently come to us for, inquiring about, and trying to, get services for. Outside of the marketing and development side of things, people also come to JD Snapshot for creative services. So these are things like logos, things like social media banners, as well as social media cover flows for highlights, as well as, keeping consistent across various different social media platforms with one brand identity and one brand look. Because as we know, when it comes to people finding you on social media, the more professional you look, the more trusted your brand is. Because clearly when people see that concise and cohesive social media branding across multiple platforms, because, what's one of the first things that people do? They Google you. You meet someone in person and you hand them your business card. They're going to go to Google, they're going to go to social media, and they're going to look you up. So when they see a clear and concise brand, it looks like, oh, wow, this person knows what they're doing. This person, clearly takes pride in their brand. So these are some of the things that we also see clients coming to us for. Like I said, also with their cards and packaging, because those are the things that's important. Those are the things that people see before they actually interact with your brand. Your brand essentially is, your logo. It is your social media. It is your card. It is your packaging. Because like I said, before they meet you, they meet your brand. So like I said, so these are things that, we also frequently see within JD Snapshot of people coming to us and asking us to help them create their brand, create their, the creative side of them. So, like I said, some of the things that we see. Now that you know more about JD Snapshot, who we are, who we serve, and what we actually service, let's get into the reason why we're actually here, which is the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card. This is a privately branded credit solution for serial entrepreneurs, social media brands, as well as startup companies to help build their business credit, because our philosophy is don't lose money to make money. And that's what the Flambeaux Black Card is here to do. Help you make more money without losing money. It's giving you a solution to, cater towards the budget that you need in the time that you need it for. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So looking at our major key points here. Since COVID-19 quarantine began, businesses have had limited access to income, recurring overhead expenses, payroll instability, resting inventory, and a high need to sell their product or service. With that, businesses have had to reposition. And, we're repositioning a lot of brick and mortar stores into e-commerce. However, businesses have not had the expendable funds in order to do so, to transition their entire business, online, as well as, digital advertising. Businesses have now had to take those traditional local advertising campaigns and put them on digital advertising platforms. But in order to do that, you have to set up a budget to go online, because yet again, digital advertising, you have to pay to play. So with that and having limited access to actual funds, that puts a huge strain on, advertising your product or service online on digital platforms, as well as, tight budgets. Right now businesses are leveraging, should I pay the water bill or should I invest in my marketing? What's more important? Should I pay my, my lease, or should I pay my mortgage on the building that I'm, currently residing in for my business? Or, should I pay for this, Facebook advertising? So with those questions and those, problems that we're seeing right now in the current market, that's where, the Flambeaux Black Card comes in, because it answers the, problem that we're seeing right now in the current market. The JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card project is a full service credit solution. And that solution, like I said, answers every single problem that we've seen in the business market today. It will allow businesses to, take that line of credit and fund their advertising campaign for the next 30 days or fund it for the next 60 days and not have to use the working capital that they have right now in order to, that they're leveraging currently to pay their, lease or their mortgage, or to, get them to transition that, brick and mortar store to an online e-commerce store and not have to worry about, the budget that they have to put up in order to get that done. Because, like I said, with funding being low, there needs solutions in order to, help businesses, ease, getting to where they need to be and actually grow, beyond what they're doing right now. Because right now they're, frantic and uncertain to what the future may be. So they're trying to keep as much capital and reserve as possible in order to, leverage the future. If there's, another shutdown, or if there is, something coming where, they might need to use that capital for X, Y, and Z, they want to be sure that they have it so that their business does not disappear into the future. So, but with them thinking of the future, they're also not, allowed to grow within this time due to the fact that they're worried about, their unemployment insurance claims. They're worried about, like I said, that mortgage and that lease. They're worried about, their inventory that's just sitting and how to reposition their business, because right now no one's buying within their industry. So like I said, we're starting the Flambeaux Black Card with the, secured credit. So these are, credit-worthy, applicants that will be receiving these cards, that will be allowed to, finance their marketing and advertising budgets. They'll be allowed to finance their, publications. They'll be able to finance as well as their development projects. So websites, mobile apps, and things of that nature. And with that, we're also going to be offering, once we have, proof of concept behind the secure credit, then we're going to be offering, unsecured credit. So businesses that, may currently not be in the credit standing to get a secured card, they'll be able to, offer an unsecured card where that card will then, allow them to build their business credit, as well as, eventually get them into, a secure card, as well as line of credit, because line of credits, we all know, are valuable to every single business, which, like I said, this is a revolving line of credit that will allow businesses to consistently do projects under this JD Snapshot banner. And like I said, in our secure cards as well as unsecured cards, they're not local to just JD Snapshot. If they needed to go out and go to for imprint for something and, print up, for instance, let's see, something odd, a duffel bag for their business, they can go to for imprint and get that duffel bag or that drawstring bag and swipe their JD Snapshot, secured credit card or their unsecured credit card in order to, get what they needed for their business. So I'm saying that these cards are not local to just JD Snapshot. It's not, a private card that, you can take nowhere else. It's a privately branded card. However, it is, a major credit card. The Flambeaux Black Card timeline is set up into 5 different phases. Phase 1 is our initial investment of $250,000. So we're looking to raise $250,000 initially in order to secure the bond offerings. Phase 2 is us raising an additional $250,000 in corporate bonds in order to start to issue the first round of Flambeaux Black Cards. Once we have proof of concept with that first round of Flambeaux Black Cards, we will be raising in quarter 3 of 2021, which is also phase 3. We'll be raising the bond offering by $750,000 to total $1 million in corporate bond offerings. And in quarter 4 of 2021, which is also phase 4, upon raising the $1 million in corporate bond offering, we will be raising an additional $9 million to total $10 million in corporate bond offerings. From there, we will have $10 million worth of Flambeaux Black Cards in circulation. And this is the unsecured, Flambeaux Black Card. As well as from there, looking into quarter 3 of 2022, we're looking to raise the corporate bond offering to additional $90 million to raise a grand total of $100 million for the circulation for 2022 of the Flambeaux Black Card. From there, we will continuously innovate as well as grow the Flambeaux Black Card project into a $1 billion project. So long-term goal, we're looking to raise over $1 billion for circulation for the Flambeaux Black Cards to help businesses market as well as develop their businesses. So like I said, this is the timeline in which we're looking to, get this project going and getting cards to the market. In phase 1, the initial investment will go towards, hiring credit card compliance personnel, drafting legal agreements and compliance documents, securing phase 2 investment bonds. So this is going to go towards our SEC registration, our financial prospectus, our marketing plan, our, credit card back-end development, as well as compliance certification and developer expenses. So that's what the phase 1 initial investment is going to go towards. And phase 2 through 5, once we've secured the corporate bond offerings, then from there is when that funding is going to go towards the actual distribution of the cards, as well as the actual circulation of the funds on the card. So those available lines of credit. And our investors will receive up to 9% in interest, because on all of the bonds, you will be getting paid principal and interest monthly upon the maturity of the bond, as well as the entire investment will be, regulated by the Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, as well as FINRA, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. So like I said, so we are using an official investment channel in order to, secure not only, ourselves, but as well as our lenders, so all of our shareholders. So everyone that decides to invest in this project, you will, receive documentation on every investment. You can invest, as little as $10 at the start, to put towards this project. But right now, we are looking for the initial investment. The initial investment, phase 1 is the most critical, so that we can move on to phase 2 and continuously grow this project. With the SEC registration process, JD Snapshot will be publicly reporting all financial documents to the SEC. Therefore, all investors will be able to go on to the EDGAR system and search JD Snapshot and, see more research on, JD Snapshot as well as their investment. With the bond offering, you can buy as many bonds as you'd like. You can invest as little as $10 inside of the bond platform. Like I said, with that, you will be able to get up to 9% interest on your bond amount that you invest, as well as, like I said, you will get paid principal and interest monthly on your investment. All that you will need for the bond offering process is a United States-based bank account in order to invest in a corporate bond. We will be compliant under the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, which is a regulatory authority that was created by the major credit card issuers, so Visa, Master, Discover, and American Express, in order to assure that the credit card industry follows a cohesive standard. So like I said, we will be compliant under that regulatory authority in order to secure everyone's credit card and the data associated to the credit card. It's a quick breakdown of the features of the Flambeaux Black Card. Our card network will be Visa. Our card issuer will be Stripe. Our card payback perk will be L'Agent Pay, which is an internal system that we created here at JD Snapshot. Our credit reporting agency will be Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. Our card expense perks will be a currency exchange service that we'll get more in detail on in a later time, as well as our virtual card issuers will be Apple Pay as well as Google Pay. For our card network, Visa is our preferred method here, and we are proud to have Visa as our card network because Visa is the largest card network in the world, and with having Visa as our card network, it gives a lot of room for growth into the future. Various different, Visa levels from Visa Signature, all the way down to Visa Classic. Currently, we are starting at the Visa Classic level in order to offer this business credit card. But like I said, into our growth, we will be expanding our Visa offerings. But as of today, we are starting here with the Visa Card Network. And like I said, we are proud to have Visa on the JD Snapshot cards. Stripe is who we've chosen to do our card issuing from. So Stripe will be handling everywhere from the virtual distribution of our cards as well as the physical distribution of our cards. Like I said, and we will be controlling the back end for all of our clients, for every credit card that we ship. So like I said, but they are the card issuer that we chose in order to private label the card and get the issuing out. So like I said, we're also proud to work with them for this project. So our card payback perks comes with either the traditional way of paying your card, which is we're all used to, principal and interest monthly, or you can choose our L'Argent Pay. L'Argent Pay is a privately developed program that JD Snapshot has developed for the Flambeaux Black cards. This method allows you to pick a timeline for your balance that you currently have and pay over installments during that time period with no interest and no hidden fees. Now, a fee will be attached to the overall balance, but like I said, it will be interest free with no hidden fees. So that is the L'Argent Pay way of paying back your balance over a set period of time for your budget. Like I said, these are the things that we've implemented to make it easier for businesses to finance their budgets. So with that, that's L'Argent Pay, and that is our payment perk. Our card expense perk was developed to help businesses pay more of their bills through their credit card. Because as we know, there are some bills that we just can't pay by credit. However, with our currency exchange service, we've broken down that barrier. We've allowed it where the majority of all of your business expenses can be paid with your credit card, even if that vendor only takes cash or if that vendor only takes check. We've developed a service where you can finance that cash-only bill on your Flambeaux Black card. And like I said, we're doing this as a benefit to our customers in order to help them finance their businesses. Help them, like I said, giving them a solution that, breaks down the wall of the limitations that, other credit cards currently have. So like I said, this is another feature here that we are proud of. Our card expense perk, like I said, to pay almost virtually any bill with your credit card, even if they're cash only. So, breaking down the Flambeaux Black Card market. Currently, there is over 30.2 million businesses in the United States. That's the total available market for the Flambeaux Black Card. However, the serviceable available market is only 20.8 million businesses. And these are businesses that currently have zero credit solutions, zero business credit cards or lines of credit. So the serviceable attainable market that we have chosen for the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card is 1.04 million businesses. This is 5% of the current market. And this, we feel, is a very obtainable goal for the Flambeaux Black Card project in order to really get the Flambeaux Black Card where it needs to be in order to grow far beyond that 5%. But for the time being, we're looking to only capture 5% of the market in order to, really start something and create the growth for something a lot larger and create that infrastructure. So like I said, so we're looking to capture approximately 1.04 million businesses here in America. One of our direct competitors that, we would say will be a parallel to the Flambeaux Black credit card is, the Capital One Business Spark card. That is a 2% cash back card, where the Flambeaux Black card is, gives a few more different perks, as well as, we offer 5% for, JD Snapshot, services, and, 1 and 2% for other charges on the actual card. One of our indirect competitors that we're looking at is the Brex charge card. That is, a space that currently the Flambeaux Black card is not in, that we're looking to service, in the near future. And because the Brex card does allow businesses to, finance their marketing on their actual card. So this is something that, we're looking to do as well coming into the future. Our competitive advantage is that, right now, currently, we're only looking to service 5% of the market, with, the aspirations to immensely grow within the future, as well as that this is a credit card solution specifically built for marketing and design projects. There's no other cards on the market that, specifically looks to, tackle that goal and service that community. As well as this is a credit card that is built by marketing and design professionals for businesses to handle their marketing and design work. So you said, so these are things that gives us that competitive advantage, as well as that all of these goals help us look to survive and flourish in the long term. So like I said, this is a project that we're not looking to, go away. This is a project that, will last into the future for, many years. So like I said, so this is what gives us our competitive advantage here at JD Snapshot with the Flambeaux Black Card project. And our competitive approach is that, other cards that are out there currently, they may say that they're for startup companies and small businesses. However, their requirements are very, unattainable when it comes to a lot of startup companies and a lot of small businesses. Therefore, small business owners and startup companies stray away from these options because they don't meet those requirements. And if they apply for them, they see it more as a risk, to their credit and, their, business status, than it is, a reward of them actually, being able to get the card. As well as, when it comes to, the growth of a company, we're looking to obtain those companies that, can't afford the risk of their upfront budgets. So companies that know that they need these growth services, but right now in the position that they're currently in, they have the funds. However, they need to monopolize those funds in every way possible in order to grow their business. So we're taking the pressure off of their marketing and allowing them to grow, in an environment where, it's easier to grow, with the help of the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card. Also, we're looking to promote to serial entrepreneurs through social media and some social media brands and, startup companies. This is a very niche market that we're looking to get into when it comes to the business world, as well as, we're looking to do this, primarily through, digital platforms. So we're looking for Facebook and Instagram advertisements, Google ads, podcast advertising, and, various different media outlets in order to get the word out about the Flambeaux Black Card and, JD Snapshot. So, this is what gives us, our, approach here, so that, this project thrives, into the future, as well as, thrives right now in its funding stage. So, like I said, with that, we're going to go ahead and, move forward. So, looking at the revenue model, because as we know, our investors need to be paid back. Every one of those bonds that we're going to be, issuing, they will have to be paid monthly, both principal and interest. So, our revenue model, as far as the cardholder interest, that's going to be, a driving force for the revenue. With the cards sitting at, 15.74% between there and 24.99% in variable interest, as well as, this is on any carried balance on the card, as well as 24.99% on, cash advanced, and 7.9% on foreign transactions. As far as the cardholder fees, there will be a $99 annual fee for the card, as well as a $39 late payment fee, as also 15 or 5% on any amount or in each transaction, which is according to which is greater for cash advanced, as well as 29.4% penalty APR. And then lastly, our transactional fees. That's the fees that we will be receiving on every single transaction. and we will be, it's from our merchant and issuer, we'll be receiving 3% plus 30 cents on every single transaction on all the Flambeaux Black credit cards. So like I said, so that is our revenue model in order to, get our investors paid off for the actual bond offerings, which is, a standard breakdown of how every single credit card in the world, makes their revenue. Now that you know the revenue model and how, our investors will get paid back, as far as the leader of the project, I will be the point of contact as the leader of this project. So all direct relations will go through myself. Later on, I'll give you a little bit more of contact information. But like I said, I will be the direct contact for this project because I'm the one spearheading it. I do have a team working here behind me, but however, like I said, I am the one spearheading this project, and I'm the one that's looking to, really get it to the market. So like I said, if anyone needs any point of contact, please contact me, John Denzel Washington. Like I said, I'm the founder and owner of JD Snapshot. Like I said, I'm the point of contact for this project. So looking at our future roadmap for the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card project, right now we are in the initial fund stage. We're looking to raise $250,000 in initial funding. Where you can go to contribute is givebutter.com/Flambeaux, and that's FLAMBEAUX. So, like I said, go to givebutter.com/Flambeaux in order to, help us raise that initial offerings of $250,000 to underwrite the bond offering, and then from there, we will then continuously, raise money through the bonds to issue the first round of the Flambeaux Black cards and continuously innovate and grow from there. Like I said, this is a Black-owned project, and like I said, so this, is monumental for, not only the marketing industry, the credit card industry, but also for the Black community. So like I said, so, I am asking for your support in this project, and I'm asking for your support in helping us raise the initial $250,000. So, as quick links to contribute to the JD Snapshot Flambeaux Black Card project campaign, you can, like I said, go to www.givebutter.com/Flambeaux, FLAMBEAUX. Or you could scan the QR code that you see right here in front of you, or you can text Flambeaux, FLAMBEAUX, to 202-858-1233. And again, that's text Flambeaux, FLAMBEAUX, to 202-858-1233. Like I said, start your contributions today. With that being said, if you would like to know more about the project or about JD Snapshot itself, feel free to go over to the contributions page at givebutter.com/Flambeaux, or you can check out our website at jdsnapshot.com. Give us a call at 1-888-302-6228, or you can send us an email at investor@jdsnapshot.com. Again, thank you for your time. I truly appreciate you guys sticking through the presentation here, and I look forward to your support. I look forward to hearing from you, as well as your investments in this project. Like I said, this is something that, like I said, is revolutionary, it's innovative, and it's monumental to the marketing industry. So, like I said, thank you again. I look forward to your support. Thank you.